With the end of the month here, it's time once again for Jake of All Trades featuring Fox 56's Jake Sarwar. This month, Jake sat down behind the wheel of a big rig and joins us now live from a truck stop. Jake.
Aaron, good evening. That's right. For this month's Jake of All Trades, I got to learn a little bit more about what it takes to drive an 18-wheeler, like the ones you see behind me here. And let me tell you, it's a lot harder than I thought. Tractor trailers, 18-wheelers, big rigs, whatever you may call them, have been essential in the United States since the creation of roadways. Now, over the years, trucks and their technology have changed, but the function of transporting goods to and from areas so consumers can have access hasn't. Over the pandemic, trucking continued to be vital, delivering necessary PPE equipment, groceries, and so much more. I wanted to see what it takes nowadays to drive one of those big rigs, so I headed over to the Fortis Institute, where I met Frank Tunis, the CDL program director. Frank has over 40 years experience as a trucker, so I knew I was in good hands. Before getting behind the wheel, Frank explained that truck driving can be challenging.
They don't stop as quickly as cars. They don't start as quickly as cars. They take up a lot more room. They need more room to make turns.
After Frank explained more about the industry, it was my turn to give it a shot. I will be using both an automatic and standard transmission truck during my lesson. The first step would be to complete a pre-trip, which consists of checking things like lights, turn signals, fluids, and even the air brake system. But due to timing, the Fortis instructors completed it beforehand. As I entered the truck, Frank began to explain to me what each of the gauges and buttons do.
So again, through your training, you'd learn that this is your tractor brake for parking, this is your trailer.
Okay.
Two separate ones, one for the truck, one for the trailer.
In no time, I was hitting the clutch and driving the truck through part of the practice course.
A little more left. There you go. Hold it there.
Okay.
Keep that little bit of left in because we want, there you go. Now straighten it out.
This is a lot harder than I thought.
Right.
Even though I had driven a standard transmission car before, the pressure was on in this big rig, even to the point of almost stalling. After learning the standard, it was time to move on to the automatic, which made me feel more comfortable. Frank had me start up the truck and we were off.
Nice. Like a car.
Just like a car.
As I began to drive around the parking lot, I had to make sure I did not hit any of the other trucks or even people. Frank left the standard I drove in the middle of the lot so I could practice my wide turn skills.
Yep, keep to your right, because we want to get way over here to the right.
It was riveting getting to drive the big rig, but I'm happy that I only did it in a parking lot, because I may or may not have hit a cone in the process.
You don't want to be a cone killer. Oh, we're a cone killer!
We're a cone killer! No! No, we're a cone killer! Okay, so I did hit a cone, but I'm happy that Frank allowed me to redeem myself.
There you go.
We missed it!
Before shutting down the truck, Frank had me back next to the other tractor trailers as if I was parking for the night at a truck stop.
Perfect.
As we wrapped up for the day, Frank took me to his own old school Freightliner and showed me how trucks were designed back in the day. Now, it was honestly such an exhilarating experience getting to be behind the wheel of that truck. I mean, it was honestly one of those lifelong dreams that was finally fulfilled. If you have any ideas of where I should take my next job adventure, let me know on social media. Reporting live in Pittston, I'm Jake Sarwar for Jake of All Trades.